Excellency, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, CS, the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, Honorable Moses Kuria, our host governor, and all governors present, our women representative, Honorable Rahab Mokami, our host MP, Honorable Wandeto, na itifaki zote zikiheshimika, hamjambo. Nyabede taburukia, jitago wa boi, gashi yarone Kenywa, na dewa barea Kirima, githakugia Kamunya. Gushirithio ni ithio ciana cia mau aria tutetagirwo ni Deputy President, na tugakimucokeria ngatho hinyothe mukire kunyitanira na ithui hindi ino ya ihoru. I'm going to do a tribute on behalf of all the people who called Field Marshal Shosho. So how I'm related to her, she was the elder sister to Maiguka, the one who gave birth to my dad. And we are very grateful for all of you who have joined us and supported us in this journey. My tribute will be short. I will just mention 3 things that stood out for me in my experience of living around Shosho. And first was her love for the church. I think from the eulogy and all the previous speakers, you've heard how she was keen on her church. In fact, I remember one time, when she was growing older and she asked me which church I attend, and I told her that I'm Presbyterian. And she was keen to tell me, and I'll quote her verbatim. She said, "Kanitha, kanithane kei," which is, the AIPCA church. I think in the life we live today, it is one thing to believe in something. It is another thing altogether to advocate for it very seriously. So she didn't just love the church, she loved her church and she advocated for it. I'm sure from the eulogy you've heard that she even gave a piece of land and even helped put up a church. So one thing I'll remember Shosho for is her commitment to church, her fear of God, and how she diligently pushed us into the ways of God. Secondly, she was a very honest woman. She was very just. I think that is actually the right word. She was just. For her, wrong is wrong, whether it is day or night. She had no gray areas. It was either black or white. She did not, like the current society we live in, we fear controversy. We would rather, talk about things in an easy way and ensure everyone is comfortable. But for her, she was confident enough to face controversy as long as her conscience was clear and she lived in peace. And that is one of the things I actually hope to take up. And finally, she was a very distinct woman. She was keen on how her house was kept, her compound, the food she would eat. She was very keen about every detail, about everything in her life. In fact, if you've seen her house, you've seen her walls are busy. I think that's the right term. They're very busy. And everything is in accordance to her specific instructions. One time I asked Maina used to look after Shosho, and I asked him, "Why don't we take some of these things down?" And he said, "Maito dage tekerire." So she was very keen about all those things. And that is one thing I will fondly remember her for. If you've visited her, you've seen how steep her compound is, and her house is at the very bottom. If you say you parked a vehicle inside, she was very keen on asking you